back for the doorway now!
I am Vanja Draganic. Primarily I am the director, then I am also an equal part of the improvisation of the piece. Obviously I wanted to cast my net quite wide and have a lot of people to choose from. I think that's probably common for directors. It's nice to have a lot of people. And I think it was word of mouth, one person found out this was happening and they told their friends and people they thought who were talented. I also decided fairly early on that I wanted young people. I wanted people who weren't necessarily clouded by cynicism. I wanted a certain innocence. I wanted them to be unprepared for what they would experience and for the outcome to be a natural outcome.
My name is Barry Jones. I love acting. I love to direct. I just love to be involved. I breathe theatre, that kind of thing. I actually met Vanja through something we were doing a bit ago, and she actually came to me with this idea she'd had for a project based on a Stanford experiment, and it just piqued my interest, and I just wanted to be involved from there on in. With this, it helped me find the darker side of me.
Barry basically came knocking one day and told me that he met up with, I think it was a Croatian director who had a really cool idea for an improv, and I've known Barry since forever, so I said, yeah, why not? I told him if I could get the time off work, it'd be sweet. There was a lot of conflict. There was more than I was expecting. I mean, I did my bit to try and keep things interesting, and sometimes they got a bit more interesting than the rest of us would have liked.
I think this project was a really big test for everyone involved. I don't think any of us were really prepared for the stress, basically, and the tension that came from it. I suppose it really kind of answered Vanya's question in a sense that, friends are able to easily turn on each other when their roles are kind of dictated for them. Taking control and telling people what to do is it comes very naturally to me. That wasn't a challenge. That's why I was a little bit surprised that I was actually put as a guard. As opposed to someone like Polly, who found it really difficult.
I would just say that that's not really my forte. Like, being in charge isn't. I can, but I'm not a natural leader, I guess, and I wasn't sure how I'd cope with that. And I wasn't comfortable with it, but it taught me a lot. I wouldn't have put myself in the position to do some of the things I did. I guess I'm just sorry, more than anything. I don't know if Michelle is ever gonna want to work with me again.
You meet someone and you go immediately, this is what they must be like, and then you get to know them and you get to know them better, and you think like you've formed, once you know them for a certain amount of time, you think you've formed a general idea of what that person could be like and who they are, and then that gets blown out of the water, or all your expectations are changed, and
The most interesting actor, and it's funny I say that because he does not think of himself as an actor, but the most interesting character in the whole piece was Keith. I found him to be the most open and the most honest, and I think that's because he was not an actor. He came into this piece without any preconceived idea of how he would behave.
Keith is a bloody powder keg. That's what's Keith. Bloomin' John didn't help, okay? But I mean, 7 of us were actors. You know, we've interacted with each other before, and it had to be one outsider, didn't it? Who plays bloomin' gun-ho, look at me, I'm Mr. Prison Guard, and I can tell people what to do, and look, go fold my washing for me.
I don't know people like him anymore. You know, he's not someone I'd be friends with, and he's not even an actor, so I'm not sure what he was doing there, but it's like...
I never want to see him again. Really, never. He creeps me out.
The guy's a cockbite. And I mean, yeah, okay. Look, I know this is weird because I'm working with him each night, but the fact is, we try and stay out of each other's way. He just pushed things way too far.
Says everybody's got their opinion, but I'm not sure why they didn't like me. I mean, I was playing a guard, so they had to, listen to what I was saying. If it's the other guys that have a problem, I think they were just felt a little bit intimidated and maybe they wanted things to go their way, but for the most part, they were probably just being a bit lazy and a bit soft. I mean, I don't care. I'm doing what I have to do anyway, so it's not like it's much of an issue. I mean, if people have obviously got a problem, well, that's their problem. Why would I care what they were saying? They could just get over it. It's not going to change the way I'm going to do things.
I think possibly I'm going to be inclined to be a bit less trusting of people, I suppose. And there is a group of people that I trust and I have trusted for a long time, and I didn't feel safe. So I suppose from here on in terms of my life, I will just be less trusting.
In the end, for each individual, I believe that they were okay with the result, although some of them went to places that I don't think they necessarily would intend to go.